Ah, it's blinding. It's absolutely blinding. Oh, hello there. Welcome back to Byron's Adventures. And we have the sand. It gets everywhere. It absolutely gets everywhere. Don't even mention it. It is so incredibly annoying, especially in this armor. I mean, can you imagine? We're sweating all over the place, and then the sand gets in there, and it's just like, what? How am I supposed to deal with this? Absolutely terrible. But anyway, we're up against a vassal from one of the Empire factions who actually defected over to the Crusade. And obviously, that is to be expected, considering the Empire is all but dust at this point. So now that is all that is left to be done is to fire at the opponent and try to bait them into us. Now, yes, unfortunately the castle was taken. The nearby castle, I basically just allowed it to get taken because the thing is that right now I'm kind of valuing my own, should we say, my own army's health over a garrison that we could quite easily get back, because let's face it, our vassals are pretty good at garrisoning things, and that's pretty much what I'm thinking will have to happen now. And Godun will just have to be, well, I hope that I'm actually going to be able to give it to Godun at this point, because he does have two fiefs right down here. And I believe actually someone said, why didn't I give Argeron to Godun? Well, the reason for that was literally just because then he would have to walk back and forth, up and down to those various places again and again and again, and it would just make it very inefficient for him in comparison to giving it to someone else who might already have a fief up there, or, well, may have more members in their clan to be able to help out. Obviously, I'm not entirely sure on that, but that was my main thinking at the time, that I wanted to try and consolidate Godun's power and basically just make it easier for him to not have to travel all over the place, basically. That was the only reason why I decided to do that. So let's see if we can maybe take the castle back. We're going to be taking her prisoner, and we will take all of these troops. Thank you very much. And I'm wondering whether I will take these prisoners. Let's have a look. I do actually have enough space to be able to take them, so why not? And let's see if I can take the loot as well. There we are. And yeah, so as you can see, Sahel Castle was taken, which is to be expected, and we'll hopefully be able to pounce as soon as they leave. Yes, look, here we go. Okay, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. So now, where do I want to go? Who do I want to attack? Yeah, this is the difficulty here. Okay, I can probably attack Uruk. Yes, get them. Get them all. Get them all, Byron. Okay, I was hopeful for a little bit more than that, to be honest. Okay, so let's see if we can maybe... Oleg is this guy's father, so I guess we're just going to be attacking him. And yeah, their army has split up, as I thought they might. So we're just going to do an auto-resolve here against this guy. Very quick and easy victory for us. And we will be taking him prisoner once again. And we will... Shall we just take all these prisoners? That's the thing. Me taking prisoners right now is kind of bad, because on the one hand, it's going to make it much more likely that I'll be able to gain power over time, because obviously I'm going to be able to recruit them. And on the other hand, it is going to make us much slower, and as a result, be very slow on the world map, and it will be very difficult for me to catch up to people. So I'm just going to leave the prisoners. And we're going to have a look-see here. Okay, moving... Am I moving faster than this guy? No, well, I am disorganized at the moment, so I might be able to move faster than this guy once I am not disorganized. 3.6, he's moving at 3.8. There's no way I'm going to be able to catch up to him. But this is the guy. This is the leader. Oh, hello. Bruce, you're being attacked, sir. I will come over and assist you immediately. Thank you. There we go. Let's go and help Bruce's party, and we will just do, I was thinking of an auto-resolve, but I'm thinking we're actually just going to go in manually, because they have a little bit too much power level for me to comfortably go in there and not lose too many in the auto-resolve. So let's just move our forces up ahead here and see what we can do. And here we go. We're starting to clash. The enemy's cavalry is coming in, because of course they're using Crusade units, and we know how extremely effective Crusade cavalry can be, of course. And thankfully they are using a couple of Imperials as well, but bear in mind the Imperials are actually quite dangerous with their pole arms and things, so we should probably be a bit wary of heading in there with our cavalry. But thankfully I've moved my forces up here. As you can see, my wonderful infantry are in a great shield wall formation, and otherwise we shouldn't have to worry too much about being murdered. Ah, my horse is murdered though, however, which is not exactly nice of them. Let me see if I can maybe do some damage. Take him down. Ah, no. Okay, this is bad. This is bad news, bears. Let's tell my infantry to charge in, actually. Never mind. Okay, can I hit that guy from here? Yes, I can. Nice headshot. Can I get the other guy? No, just a little bit too far away, and I hit someone of my own guys in the shoulder. Oh, thank you very much. Twice, actually. That's what happens, you know? That's what happens when you're trying to shoot through the crowd. You're eventually going to hit them at some point, which is not exactly good. Alright, well, there you go. Another victory for us, and thankfully we were able to assist Bruce. And I think what I'm actually going to be doing is speaking to him in just a second. And we're going to try and see if I can maybe rescue some Kaoses cavalry here, because they are going to be so good for us in the long run to aid in our conversion back to cavalry focus in our armies. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. Alright, so that's perfect. Let's go and speak to him and see if we can give him some units. Let me inspect your troops. You're using a lot of recruits here that I see. Not a big fan of that. I'm going to take his Imperial cavalry, and I will give him some really good units in return. So don't worry about that. I'm not taking his units so that he's going to end up super weakened. We're going to give him a couple of these. We're going to give him a couple of these. And some of these. And how many does he have now? Oh, he's actually got a pretty decent amount already. But he is running around with a lot of recruits, which I'm not a big fan of, but I can't really do much about it. I've already given him some decent units, I guess. So, I mean, I'm kind of running around with a little bit less than I would like myself. I would like to have much stronger units and a much stronger power level, but I suppose that's going to have to be it for Mr. Bruce here. Hopefully he's going to do all right with that. He does need to go and restore himself, because as you can see, he's actually at 51 plus 60 wounded. So hopefully he's going to do that. Oh, hello there. Saruk is actually going to besiege Melion Castle. There is another army here that has been constructed by the Kaoses. Shouldn't be too difficult whatsoever to deal with them. These guys are actually going to be disorganized after fighting these bandits. So I'm very much hoping that I will be able to... Ah, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I was actually hoping that I would be able to do something with them. Let's see if I can get this guy cornered. Oh, what? He's walking over there? Are you serious? I really thought he would be cornered by the cliff top. Okay, well, apparently that's not going to happen. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Why are you guys running away? I actually don't know why that is. Is it because they are so significantly less powerful due to their recruits? I think that is indeed the case. Let's have a look. They have literally like a huge amount of recruits, and that's it, I think. Okay, I am going to have to head in here pretty quickly, actually, because otherwise my vassals are going to be defeated. And they had such a large army, it would have been really nice to see them do an actual siege or something. But apparently that was not to be, because this other enemy army is actually quite strong, which is very surprising, considering how small it was in comparison to our allied army. But oh well, never mind. Okay, so I guess I'm going to go in there, see what we can do. Help Saruk's army. Yeah, as you can see, look at that. Even with me now, their power level is pretty significant. So yeah, we're just going to attack straight up here and see if we can defend against the Kaoses. We're clashing with their horse archers right now, and that's pretty much the most important target that we have at this point. As you can see, my infantry and archers do seem to be engaging the enemy over in the other direction, which is perfect. That is absolutely fine with me. We're just going to tell our cavalry to charge in here, so hopefully they'll be able to deal with them, and then I will be able to go over here and maybe assist with... Oh, okay, my mount took massive damage right there. Massive damage. Okay, gonna have to make my way over here, hopefully not take too much damage in the process, and hopefully I will be able to get someone off their mount. And hopefully they'll be able to give me a little donation of a mount. That would be nice. Okay, let's tell my infantry to charge in here. It seems like we're having some issues with my archers. Surprisingly. I'm kind of weirded out by that, to be honest. I would have expected my archers to actually be quite strong in this particular engagement, but apparently the enemy's infantry arrived very fast, and they must have used the cavalry's attack as a way to distract from their main force moving forward in an aggressive manner. So I'm pretty happy that we're able to just brute force it, but I'm not very happy about our casualties. We've lost 51 total. Obviously that might mostly be our allies' army, but obviously that's just not a good idea in general. We really didn't want to lose that many units, but, well, if that's what it takes, you know, if that's what it takes to take down another bunch of vassals, then that is what we're going to get. And there it is, 98 renown, 57 influence. Actually, not even that bad. Pretty good. And I actually have no idea how much renown I even have at this point. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is, once again, we're just going to take a look and see. He is the leader of his clan, but as you can see, he actually has minus 50, actually 61 relation with us. He is the fellow that owns Argaron as well, so I'm actually going to just take him prisoner because he is an affront to everything that we stand for. No, I have no, not really. But anyway, we're just going to act as though he is, and otherwise I guess, you know what, I'm gonna just try and take as many Khuzait units as I possibly can, especially these Khuzait tribal warriors and things like that. Do I have enough space even? Nope, I do not. Of course I don't, of course. Okay, so what I will do is I will get rid of the higher tier units because I cannot persuade them to join us, and then hopefully that will be enough space. I mean, technically, my space is going to increase over time when my units restore themselves, but I kind of wanted to make sure that we have an easier time doing that. So I'm just going to leave that the way it is. And let's take a look. Do I have anything else that I can get here? That's the thing. I could take some Khuzait nomads, and they're going to be pretty easy to level up, but I think I'm pretty happy with how it is right now. So we'll just go forward with that. Lots of nice horses. The horses are going to be very, very important for us. We have a lot of people leveling up with their traits and everything like that, but I'm going to do that off screen next time in between episodes, because it is a very time-consuming process, and you kind of know how all the traits look at this point. So it's not going to be something that's entirely required to show on screen. And otherwise, let's just level up a couple of these guys. We've got mostly Aserai units at this point, which I think is probably not the best idea, because I don't think they have fixed. Have they fixed the Aserai yet? I'm actually not sure in this version, but yeah, if they have, then that's great. If they haven't, then we're putting ourselves at a pretty significant disadvantage by having them in our army as the majority. So that might be a bit of a problem. Anyway, Kinteg is running away here. He's running at 5.2. I will never be able to catch him, I don't think. We're going to go over to Sahel Castle because I'd like to take that back and give it to Godun. And we seem to have someone else actually doing some raiding nearby. Sejuron was raiding something. Yeah, there's nothing really to worry about. So what I'm going to do is we're literally just going to go and do an auto-resolve here. There's only 56 units in the garrison. It is super easy for us. Nothing really to worry about. And there we go. It's, we'll take a couple of casualties, of course. That is to be expected, but really negligible in comparison to what we could. And we do have some prisoners here. We'll take some horse archers, some tribal warriors, and anything else that could potentially be kind of useful. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. And we have 137 wounded still, which is pretty crazy. So I'm hopeful that we will be able to rectify that situation. Also, now that we have taken that back, we're going to give this apparently to Kareth. I'm actually kind of surprised. So he only owns Medini Castle. I'm going to give it to Kareth, I think. Because Godun owns Kasira, which is indeed a town. And I think a town is much better for him. And hopefully that's going to work out. So they won't leave or, you know, defect or anything like that. Hello. Yes, you're attempting to defend Sahel Castle. That's not going to work, sir. That has already been taken. And I have 27 days worth of food. That's pretty good. Can I catch up to this guy, actually? I'm actually kind of surprised that I am catching up to him. I think we are increasing our speed every single time we heal a couple of our units. Because some of our units are, of course, cavalry. So we could potentially gain... yes, I am actually the same speed as him now, I think. Oh, no, almost. Almost. Alright, so we're going to be speaking to this guy right now. And as you can see, his power level is actually kind of more than what we have, which is a bit of a problem. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, can you join me? And I'm going to try it. Okay, nice, good start. Good start with the critical success. And what else do we have here? Oh, okay. So I'm going to go for this one. There we go. Okay, not too bad. And then... okay, we're going to go for this one. Put your interests in the good of the realm first. There's too much at stake for that. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so he might very well join us for free. Unfortunately not. He is not joining us for free, but he might join us for a small... even with everything I have, he doesn't want to join. That is kind of sad, to be honest. I actually really wanted to get him. As you can see, he has a massive army of 745. I will not be able to fight this, unfortunately. He's going to travel over there. Oh, okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Now, Kasira did get taken, by the way, which I think aided in Godun leaving, because he actually has left our faction now, which is unfortunate. But I think what I might be able to do is, if I can, I could potentially get Godun to speak to me, and I might be able to get him... yeah, hello. He's going to be way too fast. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to besiege this, take it back instantly, and Godun is just going to have to deal with that. So let's just go and do an auto-resolve here. I did stop off at the nearby garrison to try and gain as many troops as I possibly could to try and do this in an easy way. And that's exactly what we've done. I have 15 days worth of... I'm going to let her go, actually. I'm going to let her go just so I can gain some honor or whatever I might actually gain there. And we'll take... are these troops or... no, these are just prisoners. Okay, well, that's not exactly great. They're not really going to give me anything fantastic. We need as many, basically, horse archers and cavalry as we can possibly get our hands on, but unfortunately there's not that many of those, even in prisoners at the moment. Alright, so the owner of Kasira is probably going to be Kareth, because Saruk already owns Iakis, which is another town. So we're just going to give this to Kareth, and hopefully that's going to increase his likelihood of staying with us. Kareth has basically been with us since, I don't even know when. He has joined us such a long time ago, but as you can see, this clan has a whole bunch, this clan has a whole bunch, and yeah, I think they're actually doing quite nicely for us. So I'm very antsy, I'm a little bit anxious about that, because I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go over time. But I'm hopeful that it will be okay. So otherwise, this is what we're currently looking at here. They are besieging this, which is to be expected, of course. And Amprila has actually been besieged as well. Yeah, so I don't know whether you've noticed already, but I've kind of just been leaving the northern territories that we had under our control, and I'm basically just leaving them for the moment. I can't go up and down all over the place all the time defending against every single thing that I would want to defend against. It just doesn't make sense for me to do that. So I have instead just been hoping that the Vlandians just kind of chill, and that's it. Just hoping that they just kind of don't do anything to us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to speak to this guy. Maybe we can actually persuade him to join us. Oh no, he's a 50%er. Oh, that actually worked. There's no way he's going to join us. There is no way ever that he's going to join us. He's going to say, oh, it's a dangerous step, and so on and so forth. There's no way that he's going to do this. I don't think. 85% chance. Go for this one. Whew, okay, that actually worked. But he's going to say, this is a dangerous step. And I'm not gonna agree to this. And, you know, if I had a little bit more, then he would probably accept this, but No, he's not going to do that. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask him whether he wants to make peace, and then we'll just focus on the Vlandians if we possibly can, because fighting these guys is... Oh, wow. That's a lot of money. Should I do it? Let's do it. Why not? Kind of leaves a bitter taste, doesn't it? Kind of leaves a bitter taste, especially because Sahel Castle was actually taken now as well, which is kind of annoying, but I can't really do much about that right now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to refocus our efforts on the Aserai. We're going to try and eliminate the Aserai completely, because obviously I have a pretty significant army at the moment. Let's see if I can actually create an army. Oh yes, I've got Bruce, Ialas, Yara in the area. Actually, they're pretty far away. Bruce is in the area, so I'm going to get Bruce to come and join us, just for a small amount of an increase, and then we're going to go over to the last remaining Aserai fiefs, and hopefully the Vlandians will be delayed significantly enough just for us to be able to eliminate the Aserai, and then once the Aserai have been completely eliminated, then we can focus our efforts on someone else. Because fighting in this kind of territory, as you can see, Unkid is coming back at us right here, but fighting between 3 different factions, it's just never going to work. You know, you've got to have some kind of fallback strategy, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do here by... I mean, obviously this guy's got some pretty good units now, I think. Yeah, I mean, even though his power level is so significantly less, I could potentially converse with him. Can I try to persuade him to join us? I don't think so. No. Yeah, that's not going to work. We can make peace with him, and he'll probably accept it for about 1 gold. I mean, he probably would, but I would much rather have the Aserai be eliminated completely from the game, and then I won't have to worry about them ever again. However, the problem with that is then my vassals are potentially going to think to themselves, oh, maybe I can have a better time over here with these guys, talking about the Vlandians or the Batanians or the Khuzait. And then all of a sudden, all of my vassals have left, and they have taken all of my fiefs with them. That's the problem, you see, because if they can leave just as easily from their original factions, then they can leave my faction just as easily. So, it's kind of a bit difficult. Kind of a bit difficult to really estimate what's going to happen. So I guess we'll just see how we do, and we'll just hope. Just cross our fingers, really. Just cross our fingers, hope that we're not going to get betrayed across the board. Because if we get betrayed by every single vassal, I mean, Kareth, I think, seems pretty loyal at this point. I'm actually kind of surprised about that, because he has been through a huge amount with us, actually, and I was not expecting him to stick with us for this long, especially my incompetence. I mean, literally, the amount of drama that has gone on with Byron's faction so far has been significant. And, having Kareth stick around through that is actually quite a testament to his patience and to his loyalty. So, I'm liking him quite a bit, I've got to say. I mean, you've seen how much influence he actually has. He has over 2,000 influence points. And I think that says a great deal about how long he's been in the faction. I don't even know when he joined. I think it was probably like, 10? 15 episodes ago? I actually don't know. What I do know is that it's been a very long time indeed, so whatever he's been doing a good job, Anything he can do, pretty much, to assist us is great. Now I'm just going to stand on this rock here and rain down death and destruction upon the enemy, and we'll see if we can... Whoa, those guys are just standing there. Did you see that? That was actually kind of hilarious. They were just standing there like cardboard cutouts or something like that. They were just like, let's just get shot. Yeah, sounds good. Get shot by that arrow. Okay, there we go. Not in the knee, though, please. Not in the knee, because we want them to keep adventuring, don't we? I feel like that's kind of sad, not being able to adventure anymore. But anyway, yeah, that is indeed a wonderful victory for us. And hopefully I won't die from falling down here. That would be hilarious as well. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That's an easy enough victory against Unkid's army. And then I will be able to head on to the nearby castle. Hopefully, because I have such a significant army size, I should be able to go in there and auto-resolve it without too many difficulties. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to just continue taking these guys prisoner because I don't really want them to interfere in what I'm trying to do, which is, of course, eliminate the Aserai. And if I do come across anyone else, so any other Aserai vassal, then I will speak to them and I will say, hey, do you want to join me? Do you want to join me? Do you want to, you know, fight against your previous faction? You know, something like that. That's the kind of thing that I'm thinking about here. So hopefully we'll be able to do it. Otherwise, I think I might take a couple more units just to potentially have some people to try and persuade to join us. And we'll take all the loot. Yeah, that reminds me, I need to sell all this loot. I should probably go to Iakis to be able to do that. And Sanala, where is Sanala the last one? I think it is, actually. I don't see any other castles. Ah, there's one. Okay, okay. Whoa, there's only 91 there? They must have taken it back very... Oh, wait a minute. That's a Vlandian. Oh, that's interesting. That is a Vlandian fief. So I assume the Vlandians have started encroaching down here as well, which I'm not a big fan of. Hello, there's actually a fight going on here as well. Aha. These are Vlandians, right? Yes, I think they are. I think there's one Vlandian versus two Saranids. Ah, classic. Yes. Versus two Aserai. Yes, yes. We've got to remember that they're Aserai, not Saranids. No. Oh, wow. It seems as though the Aserai are going to lose. That is actually kind of interesting. I did not want them to lose because I actually wanted to persuade one of them to join me. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Okay, so let's have a look. Nope, this guy is not wanting to join us. So I will be... Actually, you know what? Can I make peace? Can I make peace with this guy? And then make peace with the rest of Vlandia as a result? If I can do that, then that is going to be absolutely wonderful. Because that means that we can stop Vlandia from basically doing anything. No. Vlandia is perfectly happy with this. Actually, you know what? Let's try... Oh, no, I can't remove this now, can I? No, I can't remove this. I'd like to be able to remove this and then just transfer these two prisoners over, but unfortunately that is not the case. So I guess what I could do is attack him. Not sure whether those prisoners are going to be transferred over as a result of me winning this or whether they're just going to be freed. So we're just going to take him prisoner and we'll see what happens. I think they were just freed, but we do get another 65 troops to add to our army, which is fantastic. Bear in mind that that does reduce the amount of food we have by a pretty significant amount, but that is a price I'm willing to pay, you know, especially considering we're going to have a much easier time taking Sanala and maybe even the nearby castle as well. So let's move on. And I'm wondering whether we're going to come across a number of Vlandian vassals now. Yes, look at this. There's another one over there. Okay, so Sanala... Oh, yes, this is a little bit too much, isn't it? They have 2,800 in their garrison here. And that is all due to militia. That's it. Just militia. That is kind of insane. Right. Well, I guess I'm just going to head over here real quick because this is going to be super easy for me to take. And then we will just auto-resolve it very, very fast. And then we will give this to one of our other clans, because Kareth's clan, who he is the sole member of, actually has 3 fiefs now, which is actually very good because that means that he has a much less likely chance of leaving us, I think, because someone told me that it's 1 town and 2 castles, I think, that is a really good combination because that will reduce the chances of them leaving by a pretty significant amount, I think. So that's pretty nice. So I'm going to give this to Ialus because he actually is the owner of just 2. Suruk owns 2 as well, but I'm going to just give it to this guy. It doesn't really matter. Either one is perfectly fine. So I'm happy with that. And now he has... Oh, he has... What? He has 2? Did he lose something? Ah, okay. He must have lost something. I'm actually kind of surprised. Which one did he lose? Was it Sahel Castle? Maybe it was Sahel Castle at the time. Maybe I actually gave him Sahel Castle. I thought I gave Kareth that, but okay. Never mind. Getting a bit confused, but okay. There you go. That seems to be it. That seems to be the only hostile territories in this area that we can currently see. So I guess Sanala is going to be the only thing we can fight now. So let's have a look at our army here. Aha. I might... This is perfect. Okay, this is really good. Okay, come on, guys. Let's do this. All right, well, I think now that we have taken that castle, I've taken a look at some of my troops here, and personally, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to form an army capable of being able to take the nearby town. Not entirely sure how I'm going to do that, but otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.